Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Rock's Pull List. This is my pull list for the week of July 17th, 2019. San Diego Comic-Con just started today. They had preview night down in San Diego. I, of course, am not going. It's very expensive to go to San Diego. But Ryan Higgins, the owner of Comics Conspiracy, is going. We got nominated for a Eisner Spirit of Retail Award. So he's heading down there tomorrow morning. I'll be dropping him off at the airport. And so if you watch, if you listen to the Comics Conspiracy podcast, they're having a meetup at a bar. I think it's like Odyssey or something. In one of the hotels. You can check out the Facebook group for Geekbox and Comic Conspiracy for where that meetup is going to be. Or you can just listen to the last episode of the Comics Conspiracy podcast where we repeat it at the beginning and the end. So, yeah. So, if you're down in San Diego, have fun, have a blast, be safe, do all the fun stuff. Be a kind person. Don't pay any attention to the release of Snyder Cut billboards or ads. They are just trolls being dumb. Yeah. So, but we're here for my pull list. So let's get to the pull list. So first up on my pull list is American Gods. The Moment of the Storm, number 4. So this is going to finish out the American Gods graphic novel adaptation. I need to go back and actually reread American Gods. It's been a while, but I've really been enjoying the comic book adaptation. It makes me kind of remember what I read and what I enjoyed from the novel. So, yeah. So if you like, if you're curious about American Gods, try checking out the graphic novel. But I always recommend reading the book first if there is a book. Next up, we have Aquaman at number 50, Black Manta Returns. And I don't know if I'll be continuing Aquaman after this. Kelly Sue DeConnick's run on Aquaman has not been the best. I have not really enjoyed it very much. She doesn't seem to grasp the character. I understand what her dilemma was because she was thrown into events after Drowned. But I don't really feel like she's encapsulated what the character is. Yeah, a few issues have been like glimmers of hope, but overall, I don't look forward to reading Aquaman. And it's been a while for me to say that because I loved Aquaman in New 52 all the way through New 52. It was great stuff, and then in Rebirth, really good again. But yeah, now it's just like, I don't know if I can slog through it anymore. So we'll see if I continue with Aquaman after this issue, but I don't know if I will going forward. So who knows? Next up, we have Batman 75, City of Bane starts. What can I say? This is, yeah, basically the City of Bane. So for those of you who haven't been following Batman, you should. It's really great. But this is what Bane has been working towards during King's entire run. So we're going to see what happens here, how it unfolds, and what happens in the aftermath and all that stuff. So City of Bane, really cool. I read the issue. I liked it. It was good. So I'm curious to see what happens in the next few issues that Tom King is writing of Batman, because we only have till issue 85. And then he's done on the main Batman title, and he's jumping over to Batman, Catwoman, and doing other things at DC. But man, his Batman run has been fantastic. So seriously, if you have not read it, go pick up the trades. Yeah, just do it. Next up, we have Gideon Falls, number 15. Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino. Love it. It's great. It's good stuff. Solid read. Don't know what the heck is going on in the book, but I really enjoy it. So yeah, if you're really into horror stuff, I would check it out. It's really, really cool. They announced this week that Jeff Lemire and Aaron Sorrentino are doing a Joker book for Black Label at DC, that's awesome. I can't wait for that. And there's also going to be a Question Black Label book, which I'm super, super stoked for that as well. So be on the lookout for that. SDC, we're going to get tons of announcements, hopefully, in the next week or so. So there's going to be a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline. So be aware. Yeah. Next up, we have Justice League 28. Lex is not gone like most people thought. He just kind of killed off a clone, or I don't know, I don't know what's going on with Lex, but Lex is basically out there kicking ass and giving all the villains the key to take over to beat the hero that they are, their hero, and basically take over the world and because the world needs doom, according to Lex Luthor, not justice. So it's the big thing spinning out of Scott Snyder's Justice League run. So we shall see what that all entails. So next up, we have the life and death of Toyo Hydra. I don't know if this is the last issue, but if it is, it's been a cool little mini-series. Toyo Hydra is an interesting character in the Valiant universe. It's but definitely something where I don't know if jumping on now you would be the best. You would really have to read a lot of Valiant to get in on this title, especially since it's very continuity heavy. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I like it. Neon Future number 5 is out from Impact Theory Comics. I enjoyed the first 4 issues, even though I read them 1, 2, 4, and 3. Yeah, the problem with the shipping, I didn't get it, and then the other one came before the replacements, and it was all this chaotic stuff. But I got them and I read them, and I've enjoyed them. So if you're curious, check out Impact Theory. I think you can still order it. Your store should be able to still order copies. So if your store can order copies, have them do it. And if your store uses Comic Hub, they can most likely easily check for you as well. So yeah, good stuff there. Next up's one for my daughter, and that's Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs at number 2. Who knows? She's getting to reading. She's gonna be in 1st grade, so hopefully her reading like bug kicks in, and she gets super stoked about reading. That's a little bit better, yeah. So next up, we have a new book from DC. It's a 12-issue mini, and that's Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. In Comixology, this comes up as just Jimmy Olsen, but inside the book it says Superman's pal. So it's really weird. It's written by Mac Fraction, so I'm curious to see how well it does. I don't know if it's something I need to continue with, but I'm going to check it out for now to see if I like it. Next up, we have Teen Titans number 32. Lobo, it looks like he gets his ass kicked by his daughter there, so we'll see what happens with that. Next up, we have Teen Titans Go number 35, one for the kids eventually to read, but this collects digital chapters 69 and 70. So if you do want to pick it up, it's 2 chapters digitally versus a single issue in physical format. And finally on the pull list is Wonder Woman Come Back to Me, number 1. This is the Amanda Connor, Jimmy Palmiotti book, Wonder Woman story that was in the Walmart 100-page giant things. So yeah, I'm going to check them out now, since I'm not going to try and track them down at Walmart. So that's just psycho. Because have you been to a Walmart? Like, in the Midwest, they might be nice, but busy ass California, they're like a tornado's gone through it like 5 times. It's disgusting. So I did pick up some variants this week. First one is Aquaman 50. Was a really cool headshot of Black Manta, and yes, this is the cardstock variant. $4.99. This one I would say is worth picking up at $4.99. But a lot of the other ones have not been, so be a little wary of that. I did pick up Batman 75, the blank variant. They also had another variant for Batman 75, but we got shorted all of our copies, or a fair amount of our copies, so I couldn't get one. Hopefully I'll be getting a replacement, and I'll show you when I get it. Justice League 28 had a pretty cool variant. It's not a cardstock variant, so it's just a regular kind of variant. So there's that one there. And of course, Teen Titans 32 had the Lobo headshot cardstock variant, and this one was pretty cool as well. A lot of the cardstock variants that are an extra $1 are not worth it, I will say that. I don't think it's the same cardstock that Heroes in Crisis was printed on, and Batman Who Laughs is printed on. There's no reason to charge an extra $1 for it. So yeah, no, I mean, if DC's kind of doing this to gauge how many books are I mean, they know how many books are sold, but this will probably give us a better idea of what sells variant wise versus what which is regular cover, because when Diamond does the sales charts, they won't add these numbers together, so I don't understand why. Yeah, it's not don't understand. So yeah, so that's it for my pull list this week. This week also is Shazam is out this week on Blu-ray, so go pick up your copy of Shazam. I picked up mine. Kids loved it when we saw it in the theaters, so I can't wait for us to have a movie night with it at home. So yeah, I need to load the digital copy and do all that fun stuff. I will say this: there is a freebie from X-Men or from Marvel coming out tomorrow or today, and that's it's X-Men Seeds of Tomorrow. This is the Hickman stuff for House of X and Power of 10. It actually does have some preview pages with dialogue in it. So if you've been on the fence about X-Men, maybe check this out and see what's up with that. There's some interviews in here. It's just a freebie thing, so it's kind of just like to get a taste. People were like, "What the heck is going on in this? Like, who is Apocalypse kissing?" And he's actually kissing Moya McTaggart, and everyone's like, "How do you know that?" And I'm like, "Well, if you look at the costume and that nice poster they released, they gave us who at the bottom. So if you were curious about who was in that large, really cool art piece, you can pick this up and it will tell you." Also, Marvel's coming out with these weirdly yellow reprints of classic X-Men stuff. So I'm not sure. They're called X-Men Milestones. I don't know. But yeah, if you're curious about that House of X or Power of 10, pick this up. It might help you go, throw you one way or the other off of the fence. And if it does, then maybe you can get to or let your local shop know you want a copy, and it'll be in your poll. So, thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. Leave comments down in that comment section below. I like getting comments. I like responding to questions and stuff like that. Be nice. Let me know what you're thinking. The internet is a crappy place, and we don't need to make it any worse. So we need to make it better. So yeah. Let's see what else. You can listen to the Comics Conspiracy podcast, which I'm on, and we just finished recording episode 410. So you can, there's a link in the description below, so you can click on that. We talk sales charts, a little SDC talk, and we answer some listener questions. So check out the episode. It's just me, Ryan, and Charlie, so it's not too long of an episode. Not like our Far From Home episode, which was 3 hours long. But hey, it's quality material for all of you people, and you enjoy it. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes before we record, and getting products. So thank you very much to everyone. It does help out immensely, especially keeping me up to date as much as I can be on the comic book world as it is known. You can help me out more directly by buying anything through the Amazon links on here or on my blog at conspiratorbrock.com. I've started to transition over to the links for each pull list will click to get Kindle Comixology through Amazon. So I'm curious to see how much of a cut I get from people buying through those. So if you're a digital person and you want to pick up a copy of something, or you're like, no, I want to check that out first digitally, then go buy it, click through that link for me and let me, that way I can know what or how much I get. And if you click through, I get a little bit, and that helps. You can also head on over to my eBay page. I have a whole bunch of stuff listed. We did find a place to move, so I am moving in a few weeks, or end of this month, beginning of August, and could always use help with moving fees and costs. Even though it's from one city to another, it still costs money, and you still have to buy new stuff and all that, and yeah. So if you buy anything through my eBay page, there's a link in the description below. That helps me out immensely. Thank you everyone who does that, and everyone who gets that stuff through Amazon. So that's it for this week. I'm going to be working at Comics Conspiracy Thursday, Friday, and Saturday because Ryan's gone. So I will be manning the comic book store, but I'll be watching those San Diego announcements and all that stuff like anybody not going. So have a good night, and I'll see you guys next week.